my name is Judge, and welcome to another YouTube-exclusive Judge Arena run. You will have to forgive me this week, as I was certain that we'd be playing some dual-class Arena, as I promised last week. However, for reasons unbeknownst to me, despite it being pretty much Halloween, we don't have dual class yet. We're only getting 1 week of dual class starting in November. So, only 7 days. I don't know what made them decide to change things up from every other year and miss Halloween. And, I'm not sure. Maybe Mercenaries had something to do with it. But we won't get dual class for another couple of episodes now. So this week we have regular arena. Next week we have regular arena. And then during that 1 week of dual class, I think I'm just going to go ahead and record maybe like 3 runs and use those for the next 3 weeks. And then we can all just pretend like it was, if you imagine it's October, we can just pretend that it was the full 3 weeks like the last few years. So we got single class arena for this episode and the next one. We'll do our best to make a fun deck, get some wins in here. Let's hit in there and see what we get this time. Had a good run last week. Very good run last week. Can it continue? Oh, wow, these are good classes. Should I just grab a Warlock? Have I done like a busted Warlock on this series? Okay, I checked. And yeah, we actually haven't done a single Warlock in this meta, despite it being the best class. We've done a Demon Hunter, done a Hunter. So I guess we'll fire this up and we'll see if we get one of the busted ones. The last Warlock we did on this was with Scrap Imp, so that was a bit of time ago. Alright, Warlock. Let's show YouTube just how disgusting this class is right now. Don't screw me on this one. Ooh, those are good cards. Ectoplasm and Bone Wraith. Look at those win rates. Disgusting. I feel like I'd lean a really strong 3 over Bone first. I think I'm going to. I wonder what the reasoning is for that. Lots of good 3s and less good 4s, maybe. I think I'm going to take the Ectoplasm here to start, though. Dark Spirit Berserker is disgusting. Yep, yes. Disgusting forecast. Overstated minions? I'm down to just keep taking overstated minions nonstop. Seems good. Not too shabby. This is an interesting one. Shady Bartender, if you're lucky enough to find an Imp Swarm or 2, can be especially disgusting. The tradable effect on it makes it kind of just consistent as well. I do love Jar Dealer as a curve filler, but I feel like I'm down. We already have the Imp to take this nice and early and see what we can do about buffing some demons later on. This card, though. I actually haven't drafted a Demonic Assault in like 4 Warlock runs on stream, and it feels good to get it. Like, obviously, the card is one of the best in the game. But it also feels terrible at the same time. You understand. This also has synergy with Shady Bartender. Disgusting card. Yeah, let's go for it. Shady Bartender. Double Bartender. Assault. Imp. Let's get some swarms up in here. I'm in. Sinister Deal. Sinister Deal. Find a Ysera. Win the game. Seems good. Oh my god. Another Demonic Assault coming in. Yes. 2 Demonic Assaults. 2 Shady Bartenders. Looking pretty disgusting. Okay, some cards that aren't necessarily broken. Take some AoE nice and early. These cards aren't that good. If I had like 2 Gasps, or a Coil and a Gasp or something, I could consider the Marsh Drake. But I think we'll just grab some AoE. You'll end up discarding some pretty good cards with Shriek, but with Tap and with like an abundance of disgusting cards, should be fine just to hold on to that. Wow, those are good too. Demonic Assaults with Merchant could be good. Try to lighten up on the curve. I know it looks pretty light as it is, but try to get like a bunch of 1s and 2s into Merchant, into these buffs as late game. Feels like we don't need the Suspect. I think Suspect's really, really strong, but seems like we're pretty set for having a disgusting turn 4. And we kind of just want to fill in the 2s and 3s. So let's grab the Merchant here. Another great 3. Yep. Interesting. A little bit of healing and removal. It's fine. Not as good as in Constructed. The health doesn't matter as much. Gives you a couple extra taps. Destroying a friendly minion, give your minions +1/+1 can work with Sinister Deal and Demonic Assault, but is a little inconsistent. Let's just grab a quick piece of removal. Another card that is just not an arena card. You know, I see a lot of people go for like Mithril Rod in arena and go for touch and try to recreate some constructed ideas, but it's not there. It's never there. Really, really bad card in arena. Dustbat's fine. We've got Bloodbound Imp into Dustbat, which could be really good. Poof. Those are good. Those are good cards. Battlemaster is an insane finisher, but I think it's not. I think it doesn't compare to Coil. Super strong cycle and ping. And we don't really have big lads. I guess the Merchant maybe, the Berserker, but I feel like I'd rather make sure I have a Coil in the deck. Silence is strong. We need some 2s here, though. Fishflinger, thank you. Yep. Automaton's not super great in Warlock. Possessed Villager is awesome. Yeah, I can fill in some curve with Sinister Deal, Possessed Villager kind of ideas into 1 and 2 as well if I keep missing 2s. Love this card. Flame Imp, another demon. This card's really good here. Raider always has such a high win rate. I think I'd probably go with the Flame Imp. Flame Imp, Dustbat, more small demons for our 2 bartenders seems nice. This card is disgusting. Fire Breather is just so overpowered. Yes. This used to be great. I would take this all the time at 4. I think Scorcher's just too strong. More AoE. We don't have anything above 5. So, like, just having a Stealer of Souls, kind of like, we already have played a ton of cards to keep the board. We should be okay to play maybe a slightly understated minion on 6 and get that big effect. But I feel like it's just not as good as a Scorcher in this case. Lucky Soul Hoarder is great. Guard is good too, but we'll take the 3. There's a 2-drop. It's not very good. I don't mind Kindling Elemental in a lot of decks, but 0 Elementals, I guess we'll just take a Goblin. Not too good, but we'll take it. Sure, whatever. 3 Shady Bartenders? Yeah, what? Fine. I don't know. Let's go. Let's do it. Small Demon is fine, you know, with all these Bartenders, but we want our Small Demons to be overstated, not understated. Skulker versus Etten. Definitely some big arguments for an Etten here as late game, but I kind of am leaning the Skulker. Like, we only have 2 2-drops, and I think it's more important to hit curve. Like, I'd rather hit curve than miss turn 2 and have a late game piece. Even though we top out at 5 here, I think I'm gonna go Skulker here, fill in the 2 slot a little bit. That can help. That can help. Grimoire is great, but I wonder if we need some late game with the Dark Possession. Grimoire, I already have Shriek, I already have Fire Breather and Scorcher. Do have a lot of small stuff. Possessed Villager and Sinister Deal really like a Grimoire. That's a close one. That's a close one. Grimoire is super strong AoE. I'm gonna have to tap a lot, which I don't mind. I think I'm still going to take the Dark Possession here. I think I've got enough AoE, and I'd rather just have some more, like, consistency to my plan after turn 4 and 5. Close call. Pandaren Importer is excellent. Get us some mounts out of that. Hellfire for more AoE over Garbage seems good, and also Reach. Hellfire, you know, still stands up. Not nearly as busted as Fire Breather or anything, but it's good. Another Bloodbound Imp is awesome, you know, with all those bartenders. Another overstated 2. Ooh, probably got to, I mean, it's got to be Fiendish Circle, 100%. Fiendish Circle with 3 bartenders? That's nuts. Well, is it? I mean, most of the time, Peasant is something you don't really need in Warlock, right? You don't really need it in Warlock so much because you have the ability to draw cards. In this deck, where we're topping out at a few 5s here, it's probably not super bad, but come on. 3 bartenders, Fiendish Circle. Let's go. Untamed Beastmaster or City Architect? I probably need to think about this Architect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I probably want this City Architect as the last card. It fits the deck really well in that we will be curving out, trying to gain the board, keeping our opponent off with assaults and AoE, and trying to go face, and not trying to get too far into the late game. A tap will help us get there, but not getting too far into the late game. And City Architect kind of like to just block the opponent and ship everything on the board face is really nice, and we don't particularly need a 3-drop. Only synergy with Dustbat is, with Beastmaster is Duskbat. So nothing crazy going on there. So I think we will grab the 6 to top out. Hearth Arena doesn't actually love this deck, which is interesting. It's rated as like kind of average to, you know, maybe a bit above. But 2 Demonic Assaults and 3 Bartenders with some small demons seems pretty good to me. AoE in there. The only thing we're missing here is hard removal. No Demon Bolts, no Siphon Souls. Pandaren can help with that. Sinister Deal can help with that. And just having so many stats can be a form of hard removal itself, right? If we're landing these Bartenders. Gonna be very interesting. For a Warlock draft, this is, I would say, good. Like, this is gross. But it's not like one of the best you see out there, which is insane. It should show you how ridiculous this class is right now. Seems quite strong, though. I think that this is a little bit under what it should be, that rating. All right, let's get in there. Shady Bartender, Bloodbound Imp, Fiendish Circle, Demonic Assaults. Let's get in there and buff some demons. This deck is pretty, I don't know, 66? This deck is pretty busted. This deck is pretty good. Like, it's not in the top 10% of Warlocks, but it's got to be in the top 25 right now, right? I don't know. That I sometimes look at that rating and the Hearth Arena rating and take it a little more seriously than I should. I think this deck is fantastic. I think Demonic Assault is good enough to keep. I could start with Dark Possession on 1. I don't mind that. Look to either play some 2s or coin out some 3s or something. Rambo McGambo, the Priest. We've got a 57% win rate class versus a, like, 39% win rate class. Let's see how good of a deck Rambo McGambo got. Ooh, Sinister Deal. Yeah, I'll start with Sinister Deal over Dark Possession. What is with the tempo? Who wants tempo? Fine. Are we doing tempo stuff? Fair enough. 2 mana, 2 mana 3/4 pretty much, right? That we're starting out with here. That's pretty good. It's against the Priest, so, you know, maybe on turn 4 or 5 they just clear the entire board no matter what anyway, but if Sinister Deal is going to force me to play tempo, I'll go all in. Odds are that Fishflinger finds us a turn 3, whether it's Dark Possession Murloc or just a 3-cost Murloc. Maybe a Magic Fin could be nice. Nothing. Not even Heal Face Emote. Do you even know how to Priest? Here, have some curve. Oh, good heavens. Get in there, buddy. Get in there. Look at this turn 2 board. We're going to lose it all to a Nova or a Hysteria or a Mass Hysteria. Okay. Tough go here. Let's see if I can find a 2-cost demon here. I can find a 1-cost. That'll do. Trade the Royal Librarian in case I get a coil. I think I kind of want to keep the silence just to get around a taunt and keep going face. And to play around Nova, I'll sacrifice 1 face damage and keep this as a 2/3. And of course, we're going to get rid of the Lackey, not the Murloc, because it is extremely cute. And that's not the greatest turn 3, but finding it something playable with the Dark Possession was fine. Nova? That's not a Nova. Back to full health. Reno Jackson for 4 mana? Good heavens. Okay, now we just start playing Demonic Assaults. And do another one into a Shady Bartender. GG. That is not a Mass Hysteria. No, this is classic Priest stuff. This is classic Priest stuff. This is why, like, Priest just generally has no chance against Warlock nowadays. Like, what is this? This is garbage. We're gonna get a Bartender coming our way, right? It's just this all day? Wouldn't say no to one of our 3 Bartenders here. I'm actually gonna toss this to look for 1 too. Okay, more demons. Come on, Shady Bartender. I got 3 of you. I need you now. Okay, healing is cheap, but it's a classic, you know, classic Priest maneuver. Can I see that lethal? Can I see that disgusting lethal off the top here, please? Not to be. Not to be. Show me it. You're just gonna make me do it the old-fashioned way, eh? Not even buffing a single demon? As you command, 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 command. Slightly annoying. The fact that our 4 cost can actually trade into that without dying, though, is pretty huge. Can I have it? Please. Deck, you're killing me here. Bartenders, you're killing me here. I could just play... I guess I could just play you, maybe. I don't have to play you. So, like... this. The fact that this is healthy enough to like live through that trade in the Lion's Guard is just insane. This minion, Darkspear Berserker, is just so overpowered. 4 mana 5/7. I remember when you'd play a 4 mana 5/7 with Overload 2. It had spell damage +2, but often that wasn't important. And you'd just be happy with the stats, even paying 2 mana off the top next turn. Hey, there you are, Shady Bartender. There we are. So what's that gonna do? I have lethal, but I have to keep this on the board. Is that the idea? Because I'd love to like do more Fiendish Circle stuff, but I guess I'll just slam this and kill them. Greasy. Greasy. 2 Demonic Assaults, 3 Shady Bartenders. Come on. Come on. Hooray! Going for 2. First one barely counts. I mean, Priest... Most priests, like 95% of priests, are just offered nothing but trash in their draft. And, you know, we have this deck. Like, there's not a fair fight. Not a fair fight. It's going to be the mirror matches we really need to look out for. Time Wizard. I feel like I've played Time Wizard recently. Pretty good curve out. Would love to see maybe a Possessed Villager off the top, but I think Berserker's too strong to toss. Like, we're going to be keeping... I don't know, though. We have Demonic Assault, Berserker, Fire Breather. Like, we have a lot of busted 4s. Should I be keeping 4s? Well, you know, whatever. Yeah, seems fine. Seems good, seems good. I think particularly our amount of AoE is going to be a real tough one for a Druid to handle. Got Fire Breather, Hellfire, Scorcher, Shriek. Here's a Murloc there, bud. Have a Mutanus on me. That's not very good. Do I have any other Murlocs in the deck? I do not. But I can get a Dark Possession into Amalgam. And do an Amalgam, and then we've got, you know, that with Rush. Stonks, coin, Smolder Murloc. Sure. I don't know, I feel like they coin the Murloc just to get this going, when it literally makes no difference when they play that coin. And we love this value trade. Are you gonna Hero Power next turn? No, because you're gonna want to wake this thing up. But if you don't Hero Power and you do wake this up, I've got a 3-1 and a 1-1 to do a 5-4, which I love. Nope. Just a small lad, and we just run the 3-1, the 1-1 into here, 3-4 into the 2-2. We want to make sure we're keeping a Druid off the board. And I feel like they didn't find Kodo Mount because they would have slammed it immediately. Look at those stats! Look at all those stats! The only issue is I have no demons to buff. Intriguing. The combo? The Wombo combo? Nice! Whoa! Oh no! What is that? What's that all about? Oh, that is, that's... Either we've won on the spot, or we're in a lot of trouble. I honestly don't know which one. Grizzly? Grizzly, right? Is that what we're doing? That'd be pretty hilarious. The funny thing is I think we can actually beat that. That's not a Grizz. Silence it, start going face. Seems like not really necessary. Druid doesn't even have AoE. Guess I could tap and see what I get. It's either that or I could just go Skulk or Silence. The thing is, I probably want to silence whatever this is, right? If that's a Grizzly and I'm looking at like I don't know, an 18 health taunt, I probably want to hold on to that. So let's go ahead and tap. And I could start trading Bartenders, but I've got 2/2 drops for now, so might as well just get them on the board. And we can always start tossing them when we have absolutely no plays. Shady Bartenders are so good here. Like, 2 separate things. 1, tons of demons, 2 buff, and 2, like, just the ability to really cycle through and look for particular things. 3 mana Owl by turn 6 is pretty fun. Again, I would love to save the silence. Running out of power a little bit here, though. Let's go ahead and tap again. Okay. Okay. Could just tempo one of these. I feel like I'm gonna toss 1. And keep 1. Demonic Assault. Yeah, that was worth it. That's awesome. So we can hit you with this. And just go like this. None of you are demons, right? You're a beast. You're just a shadow beast. Not even a real beast. And we might as well play around Lion's Guard here. And hold this back. We got a ton of damage coming. An awesome Bartender. Do you have an audience with the king? I want to see this beast. No, not that beast. That's a silence maybe, though. This doesn't have taunt then, right? This is just some other garbage beast. Maybe it's like a squirrel. Maybe it's just like a 1 mana 2/2, and it's just like, you know, I don't know. They would have played it, right? All right, here we go. 3 5s, silence, and run this in maybe. I could buff everything and play this. I think I'll try to wait. That goes down to a 5/5 too, which is pretty huge. That's a pretty good silence. And now we just get rid of this 1/1 next turn and slam the Bartender? Show me. Please, Time Wizard, show me what's in here. Why did you take this from Golden Scarab? Was it like a 50-50 and you whiffed? What's the meaning of this? Am I just overestimating that Discover? Like, come on. As long as it doesn't kill my demons. How dare you? 3 mana to kill one of my 1/2s? How dare you? Unbelievable. Unacceptable. Okay, so we've got 11, we've got 15, we need... Oh, okay, we have lethal. Okay. Lethal's good. I guess we didn't need that extra demon. I guess that was acceptable. Pretty similar. What turn was that? 8 or 9, a little bit longer than last game, but you can really see our game plan with this one, how we really dominate the mid-game with overstated minions, and then it's coming into demonic assaults and buffs, and then finish the game before it gets too late and they start playing Big Lord. Silence is a pretty good addition to this deck. That was a really nice silence on the 5/10. Uh-oh. A hunter? Warlock doesn't like hunter. We do have a touch in the deck, which is pretty nice against a hunter. Demonic Assault is a disgusting one. Should I keep a Shady Bartender with this? I don't think so. The odds that those live are just not high enough. I should look for better curve. Or better tempo. Is that better tempo for 5? Probably. Look how fast. Slow down! Ah, boy. I might coin the Demonic Assault. Don't really want to. If I coin this, I'm stuck playing a Fish Flinger. And then I'd have to run the 2-2 into the 2-1. I don't love that. I could just do nothing this turn, then play Skulker, then coin the Demonic on the best target, maybe leaving the 2-1 against a 1-3. I think that's what I'm going to do. Slow down. Hit the button. You can't just top deck curve like that. I guess we've got our Demonic Assault target. Possibly. Could consider coining 3s there, but neither of the 3s do particularly well against the board anyway as they develop another 3 cost. Okay, they slow down. Hunter's Back is a great card, but it's terrible if you're curving out. You know, that's just, the tempo's just not there. Oh, and now we do this. And then we do... you know what? That was a mistake. That was a mistake and I'm dumb. I forgot about the discount completely. Number 1 NA, Keck W. I wanted to corrupt the Hoarder, because that's what I'm going to do next. Never mind, I'm great. We're going to top deck a 1, and it's going to be Hoarder ping, and it's corrupted now because I'm a genius. 3 mana Demonic Assault. It was just too good, right? It was just too good of a play. It just felt too dirty. I'm going to need that later. I can do excuses all day. There's, like, strong cards, but these taunts really are just so annoying for this hunter, right? It's a lot of stuff coming into the taunts, as we're maybe just going to play another one. Okay, so to be clear, like, I am going to play the Hoarder here, and draw, and if I find a 1, great. But I do believe it would 100% be, I know I'm joking around saying, oh, I corrupted this, awesome. It would be better to have played this uncorrupted, probably, and played this on 3. Just so you have, like, the options of coining later. Okay, we have AoE, cheap Demonic Assault.
You have an audience with the king.
Audience with the king. Leaves a good trade there. That's a good Demonic Assault afterward. So we probably just go... Ectoplasm Imp. Get some stats on the board, let them make this trade before we protect our stats with Assault. I wonder how thick those Hunter's Pack cards are. They haven't played a single one yet. Weapon? Equipping a weapon now from this, or what are we doing? A little rude.
Grab your shield. It's a riot.
Interesting. Secret was random. Completely random secret. I think we can test for pressure plate right away. Will I do that with Fiendish first, though? There's also just Dragon Moss Scorcher and trade. Don't think that's as strong, though. Think it'd be this first to test for pressure. Then this. And if they have snakes here, it's a pretty tough board for snakes. And explosive would be a disaster. Okay, explosive, open the cages, rat trap. Intriguing. Oh, nice, that's fun. Don't know if there is another random weapon you can possibly get. It seems like it's just always Rinling's Rifle. That definitely gives them a chance. We're just gonna have to control the board and try to get past this Rinling's Rifle before we push face, because you assume there's an explosive here. Do you know what wouldn't be horrible here? One of our 3 Shady Bartenders. You're trolling me. You're killing me. You're killing me, bartenders. Okay. What do you have? That's pretty good. This card is amazing, but like, come on. Probably kill an imp. We're not going face. Could try to... I'm buffing all these by +1/+1. Am I making this trade and then one of these trades? And I could just get rid of you in case it snakes too. Snakes 1, 2, 3. No, that's fine. We just do this without attacking. Yeah, perfect, flawless. So is that the first one that was Rat Trap? That's a pretty clean way to deal with the Rat Trap. The other clean way is to never trigger it. I'm assuming explosive. Still at 18 health. This is tough. This Rinling's Rifle is a pretty good card. And all of a sudden you just, you attack a couple times with these imps. And your opponent just plays like Piercing Shot and Aimed Shot, and you're just done. Okay, that's dead. Couple of hyenas, sure. And an Infiltrator, we could well, that's just rude. Well, that's just rude. I'm assuming explosive. So let's trigger that first. It could also be freezing and explosive, so let's do this. Explosive, yep. And anything else? Okay, so open the cages, say goodbye to the Pandaren, play this, play your fish. Gross. Mix in a tap? I have 2 demons. And if I get... So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. If I run into this shady... Tap Last Gamer seems good. Don't think we're going to make that even trade 2 for 2 when they're a hunter and have that hero power. We do have the Hellfire, though. But that's lethal through, like... That's lethal anyway. Oh, cool! Oh, that's a shame. That's so tragic. Alright, so we have lethal. Which is, that's just excellent news. This is... Okay, I'm gonna tap because, hello? Bartenders? Good gracious. These guys are shy. That's another Hellfire lethal. Kicking it old school. Kicking it 2015 with the Hellfire lethals over here. That was a good game. That was a really sweet... Even though we did trigger their rat there, that was a really, really sweet 1 mana, give your board +6/+6. Alright, they spent... Think about it. They spent 2 mana for 6 of stats with their rat, and we spent 1 mana for, I guess, technically, you get rid of a 1/1, and then... So it's like a 5/5, but still. That actually benefits us, even triggering their rat. Fabulous Pair Paladin. What are we doing? Dealing? Grabbing some Dragoons? Boop, boop. Boop. We'll just keep the deal. Very funny of the bartenders to be charging on in the start of this one. And I probably coin 2s before starting with a Sinister Deal against a Paladin, because they tend to be pretty quick. Except when they just wait 2 turns to maximize their Bananaman. Your opponent left. I don't think our opponent made a mulligan there. Pair? Oh, there you are. There you are. Let's go ahead and get this. I'm I'm actually gonna go Skulker first, just because they might have missed the mulligan, and I don't want to give them curve. There's a chance they missed it. I don't know if they just had a great start, and I don't know. They ended their turn rather quickly there. Yeah, there's the hero power. Okay. Okay. Free Possessed Villager now? Seems good. Goldshire Footman seems fine with this board. Are you banana-maning? It's not too heavy. What does it say? Something. It's not too heavy. It's alright. It's okay. They're hovering over the Murloc. So I think they missed their mulligan, and now that's the only curve they have. What is it? What is it? Sister Deal. Again, nothing but tempo lackeys. Who do you think? Who do you take me for? Let's go do this, and it doesn't really matter where we play it because, like, yeah, we could get the wolf over here, but then we're just trading here anyway, so it's like kind of whatever. So maybe I'll actually put you here. And you there, and there's, you know, there's no chance we get hit by Consecration here, right? There's no way. There's zero chance. You don't just go drafting a Consecration. You don't just go having a Consecration when you missed mulligan. See? What is that? What is that? Nothing. It's garbage. Swashbuckler's fun. That's a good hit. I've got the Shady Bartender, so just a little bit of this. And see what they come up with. We seem to have more stats on the board at the moment than our opponent by a little. Pretty good ones. They got pretty good one costs from Ravencaller. We could just silence that. Do I even care? Do I care? Do I even care? I'd have to pop one of these. Honestly, I could silence it and then go Flame Shady. But I feel like that's not even necessary to silence, right? It doesn't even trade the taunts. It's probably just this. This and I'll Dome. Because if they taunt this up, if they play Pharaoh's Blessing, I can just silence it after. If it doesn't have taunt, it is not worthy. Yeesh. I gotta say, this game is a lot easier when you're, you know, Warlock. What did I say? What did I just say? What did I say? What did I say about a Pharaoh's Bee? Huzzah! That was disgusting. That was gross. Our opponent missed, like, our opponent had such a slow start. I think they maybe just got disconnected for the mulligan, or maybe they started the game, ran to do something, and didn't make it back in time for the mulligan. And that might have affected their start, but I still think we were, you know, with that curve out, getting that free Possessed Villager as well, I think we're doing pretty well. Okay, interesting. A rogue. Possessed Villager doesn't love to see that. I think I'm going to toss the Goblin. I have way better mid-game curve. Coil and Shriek? What the heck? What the heck? Shriek against Rogue could be really good. Rogue kind of has like two potential ways to win right now. One is by sheer tempo, usually starting with an Octobot. And the other is by getting extremely lucky with the draft and finding a sweet value rogue. I've seen like two awesome value rogues that just have been crushing it. I saw, you know, a friend draft one that was really sweet. And hey, there's a sweet value card, so we'll see. But rogue is another one of the bottom classes right now and is not doing terribly well. Decides to go with the 1-3, matches well into the 1-1. But instead of just daggering, probably better, technically better than a dagger, keeping a 1-1 after the two trades. We probably assume that spell is like hard removal. There's not a ton of good rogue spells right now, so you think it's probably like an assassinate or a walk the plank or a The 5-cost one, where it costs cheaper if it's in your, you know, if other cards in your hand. Malevolent Strike, that's the one. Malevolent Strike. Okay, they get to pop the Divine Shield real easily on this, unfortunately. But at least they have 2 ping targets on board. But they might just clear this and leave the Divine Shield. We get to corrupt our Hoarder. Maybe Hoarder into Bloodbound Imp into Bartender. What? Okay, so we're not attacking face. It could be shenanigans. It could be shenanigans because we are a Warlock. That'd be hilarious. We're definitely not going face, though. We want to wait and see. So let's go like this and see if it's shenanigans. Oh, I think I'd rather have a banana, honestly. I'll take a banana, sure. Let's do this. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. And then I think we know what we need to do, right? We just fill in the curve here with a nice banana. We're coming to turn 5. So you could protect from backstab. They would have played a backstab on this if they had it, though. SI7 Extortion is a card, too. That's tight. I think I'm just going to make this larger. And end turn. Don't know when we're using this coin. Maybe we get Fiendish Circle here, and then we coin Merchant? Rip. Should have hit the 3-2. Sad. Sad life. Okay. I think we'll just keep a rogue off the board with this many stats, then we'll come into Architect and start shipping Dome. Four mana, literally do nothing, because that never wakes up, ever. Yeah, we'll do this first. And I could deal... How much do I want to go face here? I go face for 11. Then you have an audience with the king, perfectly. So what if I just did this? And then we go probably this next. So it's like, it's one thing, it's like, okay, you don't set up lethal this way, but we have literally in our deck, we have Hellfire and 2 Demonic Assaults. If we do put them to 3, they're as good as dead. And with a 7 mana 6/6 coming down, yeesh. Yeesh. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Could just buff my lad. Could see what's in the 3/1 first if I'm going to trade. It's just very tempting to tap here. I think I might. I think I'm going to start with a tap. 30 health. Oh, God. Good heavens. Yeesh. Yikes. That was a pretty good draw, honestly, if I'm being honest with you. It feels, it's a shame. Fire Tree Witch Doctor, and it's active. And we're just, like, not letting this rogue have fun. They have Swashbuckler, they have Pandaren Importer, they have Fire Tree. That's super cool stuff. And we just, you know, we're just a Warlock, so we don't let them have any of that fun. It's a shame. Look at them. Dragon Value Rogue. I'm truly sorry. I truly am sorry. I don't know about the spells that were discovered here, but, you know, Shenanigans and Flag of Madness. Let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of here. Good for them being at 4-0 for a rogue. Pretty impressive stuff going on. But it's the same, like I always say this when we are a different class and we're playing against the Warlock. It's like if you want to win, you just really need to not play Warlocks. I'm going for 6. This start looks too hefty. Alright, we match into our first warrior. It's going to be warrior and warlocks that really are going to be maybe a challenge for us. You just never know, right? I mean, there's so many just disgusting decks between those two classes. Let's go ahead and toss this all. See if we can find some curve. No, not particularly. Probably toss this merchant right off the bat. See if we can find a 2-drop. Please? Okay, now we just top deck Bloodbound Imp, and we're good to go. No problem. Yeesh, that's pretty terrible. Luckily, the cards we're coming into are super disgusting. Might be interesting if the Berserker dies on the same turn we play the Dustbat. That could be something we look to do. Coins out a Spooter Talk. Looks like we are playing the Hoarder. And we'll see if they play a Freebooter. We've seen from last week's video that Freebooter can be quite a strong card. Oh, jeez. There's a card you don't see too often. Livewire Lands, good heavens. Yeesh. Okay, with Shady Bartender, I think we will lean Demonic Assault on this. Try to shut down the weapon a little bit. Thing is that Warrior has a ton of rush minions. That's not a rush minion. And are we saving the weapon charge? We are. Alright, let's get our buff. And should I look to double trade or just ship Dome? They're going to be able to use the weapon into one of these anyway. Whew. So let's just try to make it more difficult to use weapons. Ship a Dome. Next turn, go for what? Maybe 4/1/1 would be ideal. So give us something that we can touch. That's not... I mean, it's a good trade into the 3/5, I suppose. Not if I run the 3/5 into whatever's inside this, though. 2/2. I apologize. Should I just play 4/1/1 as planned? 4/1/1 as planned. Yeah. Yep. Good heavens. I mean, they coined out a Spider Tank into a Livewire Lance, into a Stubborn Suspect, into a 5. Like, that's good curve. That's good curve, and they're just getting obliterated by our overstated cards here. I mean, particularly Demonic Assaults. Demonic Assault into Bartender is just filthy. It looks like they didn't get to discover a spell because they would have gone for Brawl there. And that is just, whew. Bump Coil? Wait a minute. If I bump Hellfire Coil, that's lethal. I do have lethal. Okay, good. You'll notice sometimes in these videos, you'll see me, like, before I deliver lethal, I'll show my opponents some extra cards, and there's some arguments. It's like, is that BM? You know, judge your BMing. And I'm like, you know, if they don't concede, sometimes showing them an extra card for your own achievements, or for their own interest if they're not conceding, is one thing. When I've got this gross of a deck, and that gross of plays, our opponent played fine, and they played good curve and good quality overall. I don't know. I guess when I do it, it is BM, because I don't want to do it because I feel bad when I have this gross of a deck. Maybe my thing is I BM when my deck isn't as good. That's not good. I gotta do some self-reflection. 6-0, going for 7 against a Paladonger who surely, first of all, is the real Bo Jackson, and second of all, is going to slam down a Bananaman nice and early here. Could coin the Merchant out right after this. Be really nice if I hit a 1. I think that's a little bit unnecessary to go for when I have such overstated minions anyway. 3 into 3 into Assault seems fine. Librarian for their heftiest Bananaman Dunt. And they keep 2 cards. May the light grant you peace. It's a strong card. What do you got for me, demons? That one's pretty good. This one's also, like, pretty good, and pretty good right now. And really good with 3 bartenders, but we'll take the Rift Cleaver. We got coin 3 into 3 into 4. Like, we don't need to coin now and not have a play for next turn. They're going to hero power to maximize their Bananaman. They're like, should I play my 2-drop or should I buff it with my Bananaman? That's what they're thinking right now. Oh, well, I mean, I doubt they were thinking that. They were probably thinking, which 2-drop do I play? Because you're never thinking. You always get another minion to buff there. Does that mean you're truly not going to play a Bananasman? Is that what that means?
Really, it's not too heavy.
I was gonna say, we're 6-0 here. How, you know, you probably have like 3 of those. That's a disgusting start. Knight of Anointment, deep run, Alliance Bannerman. That is terrifying. Okay. Leaves them with a really good double trade on the 3-2, but not much I can do about that. Just have to hope that my busted cards are better than their busted cards. It's close. They're all busted. Another? If they play another Demonic Assault on the 3-3 Bananaman into Shady Bartender into Rift Cleaver, could definitely be enough. Oh, that's odd. Really? It seems like a really not good Blessing of Kings. Because, I mean, leaving this trade and no stats? You almost make me not want to play the Demonic Assault, you know? I wonder what their hand is. Is it all hefty lads? I felt like just, like, making the obvious trades and playing stats was going to be the best call there. Now, nobody wants to greed this more than anybody. It's words. Nobody wants to greed this more than me, is what I meant to say. But definitely just throwing this down on 5 is going to be the right play, buffing those 2. We got 2 more in the deck we can imp. Nobody wants to greed this more than nobody. Right? We're all just... well, we all want to greed it the exact same. Traveling Merchant, though? Okay, let's start with... this to the face first before I buff them? I could really do this and this now because this is such a large lad. Let's see what happens when I do this. It becomes a small. Now that we drew this, I think we will just play the 2 and the 3 and ship Dome. They'll probably make this trade, which leaves our 6-7 into the 5-6, really nice coming back. And we still keep 2 demons. And we have Villager to fill in the curve, too. Oof. Ooh, jeez, man. I mean, it's an amazing card, but again, our Demonic Assault does a really good job of blocking a lot of 1/1s, and they don't really have too many places to go with them afterwards. Okay, so, options. I think the best one will be this. Get that deck out of here, and then we can just keep the board clear. 2 demons on the board, still for Shady Bartender. And actually lethal setup, which is disgusting after all. Look at what they've played. They've played nothing but premium stuff, and we have had no issues. To be fair, the Blessing of Kings seemed a little bit suspect, seemed a little odd. Especially when they might have just had a Berserker. Yeah, so we just win. So we just win, that's that. Sheesh. Okay. Alright, I'm starting to think this deck is pretty good. I'm starting to think this deck may be in the top 10% of Warlocks after all. maybe I assessed that slightly incorrectly. 7-0. Going for 8. Okay. I see a 1, a 2, and a 3. Do I want to keep the Dark Possession? Do I go first? Demon Hunter is scary. At 7-0, I'm expecting Expendable Performers. I'm expecting Illidari Inquisitor. So let's see if we can't get a nice head start here. Going first with a 2 and a 3 seems like a good way to do that. If we can get a Bartender landed on a Demonic Assault or something before Expendable, maybe we can ship some dome damage in. Just hold on to Midway for the Bartenders, maybe. Like 6 mana 8/8's good, 6 mana 8/6 is good, but it's not as good as a 2 mana 3/7. Or, like, whatever you count it as, taking that away. I think I'll just hold on to the cheap demon here. Also, if they play, like, a 2-1 here, I don't really want to give them my fish. I can just play my Midway Maniac instead. Okay, okay. Here, have a fish. Here, have a fish. Haven't landed the Fiendish Circle Shady Bartender combo yet. Maybe we'll do that this game. You playing my fish, or is that the top deck? 'Tis the top deck, I see. Oh, sweet beans! Good heavens. Okay, let's go value trade and just play the most stats we can. Do this before they can play a Scorcher. Can't coin a Scorcher this turn. Wonder if they'll look for Curve for this, like an Annoytron, or if they'll just try to take a Claw. I can land the, like, Maniac this turn. Yeah, into the 1-1, 2-1, into the 3-1, right? So I'd go Midway, not trade, and try to see if I can't find one of my 3 Bartenders. Okay, well... Forget it, whatever. Double Corrupt. Turn 4. Could coin Scorcher. Let's keep the board clear. Not like we have a Bartender in hand, after all. Now, Demon Hunter has their own 4-drop Hefter. Not gonna go for it. Coins. A Razormane Raider, solid. That's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. I could just trade here, and then if they do go face, just trade it off. Could also try for the dirigible. The thing that would be unfortunate is if they trade back into here. So should I offer other stuff up? I doubt it. I think I'm just going to give this a bump. We don't attack with this first in case it goes face. And go face, 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 face. Nice. Keeps the 5-2 alive. We like this. And then we go Hoarder. Could keep the 1-1 alive with a dirigible, I suppose, but I feel like we're going to use that for actually dealing 3 damage. And with that Shady Bartender now, and without 7 mana next turn, I think I will play the Midway. Ooh, do I want that next turn? Probably. It also protects the 5-2 from rushes and, like, Chaos Strike. Interesting. You're gonna remove my demon after all? My demon! Well, that's not very kind. I was gonna buff that demon. Now, all my AoE rudely kills my own Berserker, as it is not a demon. I'm probably still playing Fire Breather, though. The card is just filthy. No, wait. Are you demons? You're not demons, are you? You're just, Illidari, which I don't know World of Warcraft, but those are certainly... They're demon hunters. What am I... There's no demons over there. Good God. Boopity, boopity, zoopity. Seems like the way to go. Turn 6, we're still 1 turn away. Still 1 turn away from that potential expendable. Chaos Nova could be a thing here. We actually need... I hope we can play the Bartender this turn on the 4-3. Because we're kind of running out of plays. We're running out of minions to play. Top deck a Demonic Assault. Play that with the Dirigible. I mean, it's also... We're 7-0 and we haven't even gotten the Ysera from Sinister Deal yet. Here comes Kurtrus. Kurtrus, and then we can value trade our 6-5 into the 3-4 that Kurtrus leaves behind. Oh, it's not. It's Chaos Leech. What? Would you leave my demons alone? Please? Stop having such good turns. Probably gonna dirigible that. To get the Imp. Could go Imp Shady instead, but I think we'll mix in a tap here. Tapping is getting a little dangerous. But I think that we would rather get the dirigible on the board. Back up to 25 there too. Very rude. Now next turn, Imp, Bartender. Still, I mean, getting double Imps on the board, getting the buff is fine, but we're going to put ourselves within Illidari Inquisitor range and just lose to Illidari.
Snow, no rain, no witch.
Sure, and then Hero Power the 2-1. No Hero Power the 2-1. City Architect could be huge coming up here. I have to leave this alive. We have to do this. This is just way too strong. Okay, back to full health once again for our opponent. And at this point, we kind of just hope they don't have Illidari Inquisitor. I mean, we can play City Architect, but I don't think we're beating that card. They had a pretty good deck outside of the late game, so maybe they don't. Who knows? Same with Expendable. Those cards are reasons, like those are cards that can carry entire runs. But we just kind of have to play as if they don't have them. What is with everyone in their Clockwork Giants? Alrighty. Well. Welp. Wow, this is a difficult situation we find ourselves in here. I need to ship some dome damage. And play the Architect. Do I even bother with the 2-3? Do I even bother with the 2-3? 13 to the dome would set up lethal. And if I don't, I deal 9 damage. But still technically set up lethal. So am I going face then? I think I am. I think I'm doing this. I don't think I'm tapping. I think I'm doing this. Yeesh. Alright. Okay, down to 7. Alistraza to the face. We've got lethal set up. Illidari Inquisitor is still lethal. Maybe I should have held back one attack, but then I don't set it up. Illidari Studies, rude. 2 Illidari Studies, that's gross. But it's not Inquisitor. And Kurtrus doesn't stop us from having lethal. Have to be another Chaos Leech, probably.
I grow impatient.
No more healing. You're done. You've already healed so much, okay? We're done healing this game. Health only goes down from this point onward. Oh boy, I'm glad I cleared the 2-3. Leech? I-beam. Does that save them? That saves them, right? Oh, come on. How much healing do you have? Ridiculous. Was that a drafted I-beam or no? Chaos Leech and I-beam both discovered to save them. We have 15 damage. We're gonna lose this game because of that. That's insane. That is insane. So much healing. Fellhound, I-beam, Leech. 2 of them discovered from 2 drafted Illidaris. That is just fantastic stuff. Can I ever get lethal? If I tap into Demonic Assault, it's still 2 off. Do I need to tap and just die to Croc? I think if I'm gonna win this game, it's tapping. Shady. A shady bartender gives me an extra 2. I'm likely dying this turn. There's just nothing to do here. Touch. Order Keck W. I don't really think there was a great way to use this. It could help me now. I'm guessing I'm dead. That was a good game. That was a good game. Our opponent had a really strong deck without the use of the 2 win the game cards. Illidari Studies. I don't know. The last time I've seen 2 drafted Illidari Studies was ages ago. That's insane. Interesting. Interesting. Are we gonna potentially be okay here? Touch Hellfire? Like, what can I do here? There's a taunt. Help! I need this to heal for 10. I have Shriek. Touch. Go down to 2. Lay the Goblin. Right, if I do this, I'd have to touch first though, and that doesn't work. So trade, touch. Bring it back up to 5. Tap, go back down to 3. Do I have any more healing in this deck? I don't think so. Oh, I have soul fragments.
Legally binding.
That means I can never play Hellfire, but I think I have to tap to ever have a chance to win, and I think I gotta look for curve. Okay, well, fuck. Come on. Damn it. That's not what you want to see. That's a good Shriek target, right? We can use that. That's nice. You can Shriek anytime, but that's not winning. I needed these Demonic Assaults a long time ago. If I rolled Demonic Assault at any point this game, it's probably just a win, because the card is just so insane. Miss Demonic Assaults and probably find our first loss is the way it's going to go here. They didn't have any reach last turn, though.
I grow impatient.
We didn't develop enough stats. Sinister Deal could be a savior. Soul Fragment, Sinister Deal, huh?
Neither snow nor rain nor
Eep! My taunt!
aim for the wheels.
Okay. Shriek coming in clutch? Play a couple of smooth taunts after? Buy a little more time? Oh no! Oh no! They take no damage, my Shriek! Okay, whew. Soul Fragment. Hello? So the problem now is, if I Shriek, I might get rid of a Scarab, because it's random, not in the order you got them. I could also now Hellfire. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Instead of Shriek, I could Hellfire? So I could double... That would kill everything. Put me to 2. I develop this. And these? Oh no, there's no way. And then I get Demonic Assaults? Oh my goodness, this is not good. Everything's gonna be fine. Nothing to worry about.
And funnel cakes.
Okay. They're top decking. It's gonna be a tiny 1 cost maybe. And then we get Demonic Assault. And then we get Shady Bartender. Right, nothing to worry about. There's 1. I gotta protect this 1/1. We gotta protect this 1/1. Oh jeez. No, wrong order. I need to get my Demonic Assault first. Try again. Yes. there we go. All right, perfect. Come on now. 2 more taunts. This could be like a Zeph and they're waiting for 1 dupe? Was that what we're doing? Lethal setup. Come on, no! No! Okay, we got the taunts, we got 2 bartenders, we're still alive. Give me a break, even more healing? How much have they healed for this game? Ridiculous. Okay. Okay, there it is. There it is. 1 more draw. I know, that's a lot of splendor. It's not enough. It's not enough. What's the other card? Something unplayable? What were you waiting for? Not gonna show me? Fear? No way! No way! That was a game. Are you kidding me? Demonic Assault enough to clutch it out after all. Oh my god. That was a fantastic game. I was even saying it was a great game when I assumed I had lost, right? Like, I assumed that we had lost that game, and I was like, this is a great game. Wow. Unreal. 8-0. That was crazy. I'm sure they had top decks that were lethal for the last 3 turns. They must have, right? They must have had a Fell Barrage. They must have had, or a Pit Croc or something. Fury, oh, just a little late. Sheesh. 8-0. Easy peasy. Easiest game of my life. Going for 9. Oh no, another hunter. They keep sending the hunters after us. And it's Jaybird. Jaybird's a pretty good player. Good player with hunter going first. I need Demonic Assaults against that, don't I? I don't think I'll keep Dark Possession when I have Sinister Deal. And I need kind of more curve. I think I'll just keep these two, Fish and Deal. Flame Imp and Fiendish. Okay, definitely a lot of stuff to start here. A lot of stats right off the bat. There's always the idea of Flame Imp and Dustbat on the same turn, which is interesting. I could go with Sinister Deal into Fishflinger, with them not playing a card right away. The thing is, if they play Caravan, I will be extremely sad. I think I best just play the Flame Imp. Play my stats first. It's an interesting idea with the Dustbat. Maybe I'll just top deck a Bloodbound Imp and then attack with that and play the Dustbat. Okay, strong matchup for them there. Into either the Murloc or the Demon. I assume they remove the Demon. Take a quick look, see if this is playable. Although they might remove the Murloc, knowing I have a second Murloc to get potential Murloc synergy out of the way. It'll be interesting, because there's synergy ideas with both. They also could just play a Desert Spear and clear both. You don't have a dragon. No one has a dragon. Dragons are non-existent. Sorry, Dragon Muscorcher, not you. Okay, that's a solid target for Tunt. Solid target. Could go Sinister Deal for like a Ping Lackey. Could be really good. Excuse me, because I'd love to get this synergy rolling. It's either that. I don't really want to play Fiendish Circle into this either, so I think I'm going to start with the Deal. Got Rush. Interesting. Yeah, but I think I'll just take this. Maybe do this and this. That way they can't 1-3 into the 1-1. It's okay. It's not super great. These, honestly, these Sinister Deals, we have not gotten a single spell or dragon from Sinister Deal all run, which has been pretty unfortunate. There, I actually would have preferred 2 damage. We've just been dodging. Oh, that's really cool. I love that card. That's a super good and fun card. Decent. Alright, show me curve. Yep, that's curve. That's what I'm talking about right there. What does this give you that we're scared about? Rhino? Big Chungus Rhino could be a thing we see here. Pack Kodo would be a nice one. Maybe 1 mana 1/1 Lynx. Let's find out. What do we got? Oh, Scorpion. That was going to be what I said next. Disgusting. Now, luckily, this Scorcher is probably... Well, they go 3-4 to the 2-3? 3-4 to the 2-3. Oh, yeesh. Oh, jeez. Okay. That is a tough one. I could go tap into Dustbats. I feel like we'd just go Skulker Fiendish. And just get that easy Bartender off the top. You don't have a Scorcher of your own, right? And seems like you really got to make this value trade. I would love to push another 5 face damage, but with that poison on the board, I don't really think I can. They could have also gotten Ramming Mount from Scorpid, which I hate that that's a thing. But that could be really bad coming into our 5-4. The idea is, the 1/1s aren't their biggest threat, and that maybe we can go Shady Bartender for some surprise dome damage coming up. Okay. Interesting. You're not going to just do explosive, are you? What are you doing weapon into the 5-4? A River Croc. All right, we're set now. Look at us coming in with curve. Poison does go into the 5/4 as expected. What are we doing for 3? I'm assuming weapon into a 1/1. Oh yeah, more cards. More cards is better for us. More cards, please. Get us to our shady. Did they hit that attack? They didn't hit the attack, but they might not be punished for it here. We could just set up a really good Scorcher. What's with these shady bartenders? Can we just... I mean, sure, you've delivered me lethal like 4 times or 5 times, but not every single time, so what's up with that? 2 demonic assaults, 3 shady bartenders, all still buried. So the question is, do I coil? Do I coil and see what I hit first? I think I'm going to. I got 3 of them. Come on now. Be a reasonable deck. That's a good hit. Could tap and play the Dusk. Could still just play the Scorcher. That slows us down so much. I don't think I want to do that. Could just play the 2/2s. I think we're gonna go like this. And with Scorcher and the fact that they didn't play AoE last turn, I think I'm pushing Dome here. We got the Silence for an audience with the King, and we make this weapon tougher to use. Would have been, I mean, just game over if we hit one of these bartenders. Okay, another Lynx. Demonic Assault, Hellfire. Also Reach. Baited Arrow? Yeah, okay. Baited Arrow's fine. Great card. A little slow here on just a 1/1 and not developing anything with Taunt. They are getting rid of all the demons wisely. Now, we gotta be careful we're not just dying here. Probably making at least 1 trade. This could be huge. Like, it seems like 2/2/3 is really strong. And I could clear the 3/4. Because all it takes, again, aim shot, piercing shot, pretty common in these high-wind hunters. Don't think it's time for a city architect, so let's go ahead and do this. And the question is, remove a 2/1, 8 damage, they'd have 10 damage, piercing shot or aim shot. So if they had an aim shot, it wouldn't be enough, right? They'd need 2 things. They'd need 2 things. Keep more stats on the board then. Sacrifice 1 face damage for this. Alright, let's see what happens. Might be dead here. Might be dead here. I mean, this is a tough go. Both demonic assaults, all 3 bartenders. I mean, literally, our whole plan is these imps, these demonic assaults, and these shady bartenders, and we've dodged them all. Top deck is lethal. Give me a break. Oh, give me a break. Lethal top deck. That is, that's frustrating. Yeah, so, just gotta draw better. I think we're favored in this. Like, they played good cards, but they were slower value cards, which our deck loves. Like, the only way we usually lose is to get just, like, pummeled down early on. And, we just missed all of our key pieces. Every single key piece just, I mean, Fire Breather, Hellfire, Shriek, Demonic Assault, Bartender. Everything, even the Sinister Deal Whiffed. Very unlucky game to bring us our first loss. But that's why there are 3 of them, and we're going for 9 once again. And we find our first Warlock mirror match, which is scary, because pretty much every Warlock above 7 wins just has, like, a lot of busted stuff. And it's kind of like 2 factors. 1, who draws their busted stuff first, / whose busted stuff wins the rock, paper, scissors, kind of like... Is your busted stuff demonic assault into bartender? That's amazing, but then you might just get hit by an entitled customer, you know? So it's like, it kind of depends on which of the many, many busted warlock cards you have, how things are going to go for you. Like Gasp here, you know, there's a lot of just like, which busted cards do you have? Coins a Pandaren. Interesting. Coins a Pandaren. They bump here, we could bump back and coil on turn 3. I guess more likely it'd just be value trade, drop the ectoplasm. Sure. Yeah, we'll just play this. Value trade there. If they decide to go 2-3 into the 1-1, we have another nice value trade and keep the 3-2. Free admission, drawing cards on 3? What does that mean? Hysteria? Fire Breather? Hellfire? Soul Rend? You gotta have one of those. You don't just draw cards on 3 at this stage. No way. Alright, let's... What kind of thing would I play for 2 here? 2 mana or 1 mana? That I didn't start with? Drain Soul, maybe?
I have things you never knew you wanted.
Just hold on to this ridiculous card. And tap, and trade, and face. 2 mana, deal 6? Seems reasonable. I'd pay 2 mana for that. And surely you have AoE after drawing with free admission, right?
Wanna blow something up?
I mean... It's AoE.
Mind if I roll knee?
It didn't do a good job, but it is AoE. We can get a buff with the Shady Bartender. But I feel like the Scorcher's just looking fine. Bump there, Scorcher, 5 to the face. Don't think there's any need to silence a Loot Hoarder. Could also coil. That leaves us with questions as to what we're going to do. I think we're just doing this. Scorching, tried to put that in the middle, but, you know, dodged. Shouldn't matter. And I think with Shady Bartender, I'm down to... And just the knowledge that I'm more likely a more aggressive Warlock than a lot. There's a lot of control Warlocks out there. I think I do want to make the 2-for-2 trades here. Okay. Start with a Sinister Deal. Okay. Could be going 2 damage just for extra reach at this stage. I think I'm going to do that over the Goblin Lackey. Play this. Ship it all dome. This is pretty crazy. The Sinister Deal. I haven't seen a Sinister Deal miss so many dragons and spells ever. I'm just missing them every single time. Not that the other lackeys are bad, just that those ones are particularly busted.
Do you have an audience with the king?
Alright, well, GG. How good has this Royal Librarian been? And how many of these cards have we seen? Back to our old tricks of just winning by turn 6 or 7. That was not close. Wonder how good their deck was. I mean, from what we saw, there wasn't that much great stuff going on, but we're not really getting to see a lot of most of our opponent's decks. What are we doing? Going for double Ds? Going for 10? Yeah, we're going to see a lot of these up here, you know? A lot of these Warlock mirror matches, more than likely. Okay, I go first, meaning I probably only need 1 Bloodbound Imp. And look for a 3 cost instead. We do get curve fillers as well, so kind of wish I had the Imp back now that I have Deal and Coil, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's grab a Dragon. This is going to be the Ysera game. Ysera me. Uncanny. Okay, Faceless Lackey, I suppose. Grab a 2. Maybe play that on, I don't know, turn 3 or something. It's a Sinister Deal. What is your problem? Okay, that's a really good card to see. Because unless they Unstable Shadow Blast this, which they very well might, we get to attack and play the Dustbat. Really, really strong curve. They full kept, by the way, too, which is terrifying. Uh-oh. Oh boy. I could just coil that and play triple ones. But I think we'll just go ahead and get the Dust Bat rolling here. And if they have, I don't know, what are they going to do? Grimoire? Grimoire, but you'd have to make a value trade first anyway. If they play huge AoE here, it's like it's pretty early on to be doing that. Whoa! Sweet beans! Grimoire it! Oh, come on, Grimoire that. What? Really? What does that mean? What are you doing? What is the meaning of this? Oh boy, I'm nervous now. Coin Scorcher? Okay. What if I just got that egg the heck out of the way right now? What if it went 2-4 in here? Bump. 2-4 in here, bump. Bump, bump. That might be the best way. You're setting up a Scorcher. We're gonna do this. Like, they have Grimoire of Sacrifice, we have Hellfire, we have a good way to handle the egg and perhaps not play into what they're looking to do, and we develop stats. Seems like just a fine time. Plus, a lot of their minions are going to be demons down the line, so might as well use this while we know it's good. Yeesh, at the draws here a little bit. No need to silence that. The only reason I'd play this and this is for tempo. I think I'd rather just either trade this or tap. Trade this. Demonic Assault I wouldn't play. Probably just tap. I mean, oof. Tempting to save this. Really tempting to save this when we've got 1-1 and this. It's a 3-mana 4/5 right now. I think we're going to toss this instead of play the Merchant. Okay, wow. And then we can do this in case we get Dire Wolf, because then I could go Dire Coil. The board's gone, right? They're going to play Soul Rend. Whoa! Got a ton of Murloc synergy this time around. Do I want to go face? I'm gonna go face. I want to play this and get all face. We're getting Soul Rended here. Well, more than likely, actually, we're getting Scorched. Right? Come on, you set up a Scorcher earlier, or Dread Infernal? Okay. Rip one demon. But that's okay. What's Tap Last? Tap Last Gamer? That's my move. And then touch? What's this? No, don't tell me you're saving it for healing. If this is touch and they're saving it for healing, like this is just, that's just so wrong here. There's a 3/2 on the board. You're healing for 3. You targeted it. What is that? Alright. Huh, there are a lot of good plays here. There are a lot of good plays. So close. If I had one more mana, I should probably just play this now. And go face. And then next turn, Demonic Merchant, maybe? Entitled customer only would deal 5, so I'd actually keep a 4/1. Then I'd come in Demonic Assault. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, but it's not worth that much mana. Like, you know. Oh, and then they shriek after. And then they drain soul. So they didn't have the mana. They decided to tap instead of drain soul. Alright, that's a lot of cards you just played. Let's go ahead and Demonic Assault face and slam this. Get another threat rolling. We have 6 more reach from hand. Hey, that's pretty large. Hey, that's pretty big. Good demonic trade coil. Demonic trade coil. Tap? Demonic trade coil tap? I could also demonic trade bump the 1/1 off and just play the lucky soul and not coil. Let's tap. Let's tap. Oh. Oh dear. Well, now why don't we go like this? Like this. And like that. And I'm feeling like holding the Shady Bartender. I don't really feel like we should trade this particular Bartender. No, that's completely fine. Do we actually ever have lethal through that? Do we have lethal through that? 6, they're at what, 19? We have 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 plus 4, 16, plus 3 is 19. We absolutely do. Yikes. That's a pretty ridiculous lethal. GG. Whew. Played a couple Big Lord Chunguses. We actually tossed the Silence, so didn't have the Librarian, but clearly, like I said this at the beginning of the video, like either we have Silence for big taunts, or hard removal can just be having a crap ton of stats, right? 10-1, another double D, a couple good weeks in a row here now, as we search for a final boss. Most of the time we've been cruising here. Now you'll notice that we've struggled a lot more when we've had a coin than when we don't. This time we do have a coin, and it is, guess what? Another Warlock mirror match. Bloodbound into Dustbat is really cool. Demonic Assault's not going anywhere. Shady Bartender I have 3 of, so I'll top deck you when I need you, I assume. I'd take another Bloodbound Imp off the top here. Just coin out some imps. It's not the same person, right? I would know if it were the same person, right? I'm not gonna top out a 2. I'm not gonna coin out a 2 if we don't have another. It's the same. It's got to be the same person. Is it back to back, same game? I'm checking my deck tracker right now. There's no way there's 2 people with Armor Vendor. It's not. It's not the same person. It's just another Warlock with Armor Vendor Egg. Are you kidding me? It was Zoltar. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? What is that? What are the odds of that? That's insane. What? Okay. Let's play this. We might play Dustbat. We might coin out 4s. Let's get that on the board. That's hilarious. 2 Warlocks in a row, both that start with Armor Vendor Egg. I guess they played Egg on like 4 the other time, but like what are the chances? Alright, and this is why we do not like having the coin. Dustbat, save the coin. Demonic Assaults. If I trade over here and I play the Dustbat, they're 3-1 and 1-3 both have nice trades. I could leave the 3-1 up against Demonic Assault stuff. I can honestly just coin the Berserker and go face for now, and then come into Demonic Assault where I need it after they maybe trade. Maybe that's what I'll do. Get my big beefer stats out there. And I think I do want to go face. I think this deck in the mirror match wants to go face. I think that we are going to like both players having less health than our opponents. Imp Balming, perhaps? Whoa! A big beefeth of your own. Alright, well, there's definitely going to be a Demonic Assault here, and it's probably going to be on the 5-7. Little bit of this, and definitely want to make that trade now that there are 1/3s on the board. Didn't end up fitting in that Dust Bat. I guess there's still hope. What kind of AoE we playing? Double-sided? We're discovering it. Discovering Grimoire for your egg? Discovering Grimoire for your egg? Battle? Is that what we're doing? Oh, Shadow Blast. Okay, that's like a pretty tough, you know, taking 4 damage to make that happen. That's kind of okay. Make this trade. Play the stats. Play the stats. Ship this dome. And we gotta be careful because we got two more of these on the board. We're down to 17 and a Hellfire in hand. It's gonna be like that Demon Hunter game all over again. Looking for one of those 3 bartenders. Grimoire of the Egg, come on. Another unstable Shadow Blast? Oh, uh-oh! Look out! Ouch! There's 2 damage. Ouch. Killed their minion at least. There's 4 damage. No, they're 2/2. Stop this at once! Hit their egg twice? Seriously? Oh boy. Not a 1/1. Not a 1/1. I'm dead. I'm dying. Fuck's sakes. God damn it. Okay. Good stuff. We're gonna be just fine. 5 health. Excellent. I'm glad that happened. Hysteria is such a nonsense card. I really hate the card. It should be like 5 to 7 mana. But that was hilarious. If you have to see it, I guess that's the way you want to see it. We're just gonna lose to Croc or to, like, I don't know. There's like a bunch of cards we're gonna lose to here. It might be tempting to play taunts. I don't think you do. I think you're just playing stats, try to develop somewhat of a board. What a way to lose. What a way to lose. 5 health and a dream. We got walls. Scorcher taunts. How are we gonna deal with a big minion though? Like, we just never can. Block it out with our Architect. Like, as if it hit the egg twice too, you know? As if it popped open the egg, dealing an extra 4 damage to us. Like, that was not great. The only way it could have been worse is leaving their Velpera alive, but that was just one of the worst cases we could have had with that Hysteria. I can't win. I can never... Trades away a 5-mana 7/7 with a demon on board? Are you serious? Why? Why would you do that? Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Okay. Why? I'm perplexed. 5-mana 7/7 with a demon on board that I can't kill on board, and they trade it. Like, that just speaks volumes probably about the deck, you know? Here at 10-1. Demonic Assault number 2 maybe could help. We tap, we die to Demonic Assault, which, you know, the card is everywhere. Then we can't play Hellfire. There's just nothing to do here. I could Hellfire now, and then play a 3/4. We're so screwed. I think you gotta tap. If they kill you, they kill you. Right? I think you gotta tap. Maybe you get some healing from your, what do we have? Touch. Or get some Soul Fragment somehow. We can't really... We just gotta hope the rest of their deck is trash to ever have a chance here. Uh-oh. That's gonna dodge our taunts. The old taunt dodger. I can't play Hellfire. I could play Shriek and keep a 4/2. Get rid of my Murloc? I don't really want to get rid of my Murloc. Do I have to? if I bump and I bump and I shriek and I play Bartender and Merchant, then hope this hits the ton. Is that really the way I'm supposed to win this game? Oh boy. I could keep this instead and go bump bump and keep the higher health. Does that ever make sense? One of these is dying? I don't think it does. Don't think it matters. This, shriek. This becomes a large lad. We slam this. And this, go face, and let's see what this ogre does. They just get demonic assaulted to the face, right? Tap? We tapping? We have a tie set up. We could tie this game as it stands if they have absolutely nothing. That hysteria. Like, come on. Come on. No! Look out! Demon Bolt? 50-50. I'm a streamer. I'm a YouTuber. I hit 50 fucking saves. We had it. 50-50. We were fine there. We actually, like, we 100% tie or maybe, like, decent chance at even just winning if they miss that. Still have a tap. That's tough. That's tough. Hysteria was hilarious. Both losses definitely RNG a pretty big factor in both of those. You know, obviously the wins, you could say the same for some of them too, but those losses feel pretty bad. Missing 50-50s, not, you know, that Hunter, very, very close call to you. And we're do or die here at 10-2. Swain B. the Paladonger. How many banana men do you have? That seems like an acceptable start to me. Yep. Just play the green cards, don't think, can't lose. Play the green cards on curve. What are you gonna do, Swain? By the time you got Bananaman, I'm gonna be buffing my... Hello. Buffing my demons for lethal. I know there's a shady bartender on 5. Here comes Bananaman. They full capped. Full capped. As did we, but they full capped. They got a Bananaman.
Really? It's not too heavy.
I think Paladin can nearly be, like, measured. Almost, you know. In a lot of cases, it can just be measured on how many Alliance Bannermen do they have, right? Do they have the card? If they do, they'll do well. If they don't, like, you just never see a Paladin ever at this many wins without this card. And it's always on curve, 2 or 3, which suggests that a lot of them have multiples. I like blocking this out, I think, and just shipping Dome. They want to play minions right now. In fact, they have nothing but minions, so they have no buffs. 1, 2, 3, or that's not true. 1 spell or weapon? Lifesteal weapon, maybe?
Let me light the way.
Whew, okay, well, Demonic Assault on that for sure. Yep, get out of here. Get out of here, get out of here. And the board is ours. I mean, our hand is probably more disgusting than a Bannerman, so I can't say too much here. Let's start seeing those shady bartenders, though, with what we got going on here.
Really?
Oh, there's another, yeah. It's Bannerman versus Demonic Assault here. Rest of the cards, probably not all that important. Don't tell me you saved a 1. A secret! Oh my Yogg? You would never. I play this, it's Oh my Yogg, it buffs my entire board and life. Aw. This card's fun. Do I need it? Do I want it? This turn Demonic Assaults. Next turn could be 4-2. Sure, whatever. Seems fun. Who wants to be a 1-1? Probably you. Or dead, or whatever. I'm keeping my demons nice and healthy. Because we've got, again, I feel like a broken record here. I'd like to remind everyone, because we have 3 Shady Bartenders, and the odds of not drawing one on 5 are low. Oh my god. Good lord. Okay. Well, if we don't draw Shady Bartender, we're done. Right? What else can we get here? Royal Librarian, Shady Bartender. Like, good lord, this is insane. Constructed deck over here. There's just no way. I need those. I need the Bartender. Oh, the Bartender. The Bartender.
The top shelf is
Now here's the real question. Trade or face?
a sight.
That's now the real question. We can put them to 8. In theory, they can only remove 3 of our power, leaving us 8. But we have no removal, no silence. If they have a taunt, it's going to be huge. Or we remove this with 3 minions. We keep a 4/4, a 3/5, and a 1/1 with them at 19. And remember, everything they have is all these cards are +3/+3. I don't think we beat a full hand of +3/+3. Without, I think we just go face. It's gonna be +4/+4, but they need taunts. If they don't have taunts, they lose. If they do have taunts, tap, look for that silence. Try to use these stats. I think you gotta go face here. Let's see what happens. Hellfire Reach. That's about it. Sinister Deal. Let's see how large these taunts are. 5/7 into a 3/5, and then what? Oh, Bartender. Oh, Bartender. So if you find yourself like going 4 or 5 wins in the arena, like often, or even lat 3 too, if your deck doesn't look like these 2 decks look, if these aren't the games, you'll understand why you can't quite make it to like anywhere past 3 to 7. Because like if you don't have this, you're just getting obliterated. Statue? Holy shit, no taunt. No taunt. Holy crap. Oh, good game. Well played. Woo-hoo-hoo, get me out of here. Alrighty. They never have taunts. Who drafts a taunt? Hearthstone. Hearthstone, ladies and gentlemen. 11-2, final game. Final boss. Here we go. And we've got ourselves another Haladonger. And let's see if they have any Bananaman. I should say, there is one card. We have the coin this time. That's no good. There is one card that can win games if you don't have Bananaman, and that is Seed Cloud Buckler. That's another one. Okay. Can I see Bloodbound Imp off the top? Possibrew? Dang. Odds of getting a 2 or a 3 next turn to handle this? It's not worth it. It's unfortunate, but I think you just gotta let them have their 2/2s here. It's not worth it. If I coin the Skulker and I miss curve, it's just I just give up pretty much. Now we just go Skulker and maybe a demonic assault after. Turns out it would have been a 0. Then we would have been tapping anyway. And we doing Bananaman?
How can I?
No Bananaman. No Bananaman. Intriguing. Trapped Golem is going to be difficult to deal with. We'll just ignore. Demonic Assault here. Get that out of the way. And then come into our 4-mana Bartender, possibly. I doubt these both survive. If they do, that'd be fantastic. There's Sea Cloud. I don't know why I said that card's name. That was very foolish of me. I never should have said that. Okay. Interesting. I could either just get that 3/5 now, or I could Flame Imp Dustbat. Value trade. Save this for later. Still cheap. I think that's the way we're going to go here. Weapon comes into the 1/1. Unless they have Consecration. Yeah, it was a mistake. Consecration coming in hot. Is that why it's a mistake? It'd be rude of you. Yeah, of course. Of course. I don't know that. I wouldn't go as far to call it a mistake, though. I will say it probably just wins them the game. The combination of Seed Cloud and board clear there. Now they just develop anything. Divine Shields. We've got to save the Scorcher. And we don't have Curve, right? And we don't have Curve here. Don't give them a good target for their weapon. Keep the Scorcher for after the Divine Shields. Makes our dirigible awkward. Consecration, I mean, AoE on that board, pretty disgusting. There's the Bannerman as well. Yeah, this is looking like we've... Oh my good lord. They don't even play that first. You didn't want your double buff? You didn't want your double buff, eh? And they decide to not go for the Divine Shields, which is interesting. Okay. How do I want to handle that then? Could just Hellfire and develop this. Doesn't give me a ton of stats, and they get a good target for their 2/1. Still looking pretty terrible. Still looking pretty awful. We know they have Wrapped Golem coming, which is something that's very, very difficult to deal with. I think that Consecration, I think without the Consecration, we're good, right? Like, this whole deck is just getting wide, buffing your demons, going face. Without that Consecration, we're good. I think with that board clear, there's just not much we can do to bring it back. Alright. Okay, what are we doing here? Wrapped Golem, 2/1 into the 3/2 could be something we see. Oh, come on. Yeah, full board of 1/1s. Sandwasp is cool, but come on, where's the Day at the Fair?
Let me light the way.
Okay, no Day at the Fair, but I guess this is still pretty strong for them, I guess. Tap, ensure our death. Really, really strong Paladin deck here. Nearly as good as the one we just beat. Holy crap. Oh my god. This is incredible. This is incredible. I'm not even mad. I'm impressed. So obviously for content's sake, I would take another Hellfire if I could. For content's sake, it's kind of boring if we just go 12 back-to-back weeks. It's good to mix in an 11 every once in a while. Any way we can not die here? If there is, it's got to be this, right? And we have 22 health to their 19 attack. In theory, we're alive here. I have a feeling that, you know, just a Claw Machine or something, just a rush minion. Yeah, we've gotten a lot of 12s this series, and, you know, sometimes the people just want to see you get wrecked at 11 and 2. So I'm glad we got this one rolling. Alive? Yeah, perfect. We're alive. Just got to deal with that now, and also that. This also may be our opponent's first 12. They are emoting in a manner that's really. Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they're emoting, because of that sweet combo. That might suggest a first time. Sinister Deal. Are you gonna give me a spell or a dragon once this run? Unbelievable. Unreal. Are you kidding me? All right, I'm out. I'm not even trying to evolve. I'm gone. Sinister Deal, colossal failure. Colossal failure of a Sinister Deal draft there. Alright, hey, 11 wins is pretty good. I really think out of all my 11s, this one is one of the best. I feel like this was a 12-win deck. I feel like a couple of our losses were tough ones. I think this meta really makes it... I think this is a RNG-heavy meta. Both ways, for wins and losses, right? Even some of our wins, but I feel like this deck was one of the better 11-winner decks I've had. Very, very strong. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. Really, really good run. I always say in this particular meta, if you get to at least 7, no matter what the quality of your deck is, you just gotta be happy with it. Really, really awesome deck. Pretty hilarious how often our bartenders destroyed our opponents, but also how often they trolled us and didn't appear. Demonic Assaults were pretty consistent. Sinister Deal, I don't know what to say to you. I just have nothing. I have no words for you. So it's funny because like Warlock is really, really disgusting right now, but I keep drafting Paladins and not having the best luck with them. Like I feel like the Paladins out there right now are just really bad, and then I see these monstrosities at 7+, and I'm like, whoa! I would love to draft a Paladin like that. One of these days. So close. We're gonna open a legendary on one of these videos one time. All right, fantastic run. A nice display of why Warlock's win rate is so unbelievably high. A pretty typical Warlock run there. Definitely above average for Warlock. I know I think I undersold it at the beginning of the video, just because there's so many disgusting cards that inevitably are going to miss some. But a good display of how disgusting the class is. And we'll get another showcase of that, I'm sure, next week. One more week, bear with me. I am dying to get some dual class rolling. Usually when you see these candy corns in the background, it's dual class city. Again, no idea why they decided not to do dual class during the entire Hallows End event this year, when they've done it every other year. Not 100% sure, but we'll get a bunch of those in. We'll get a bunch of those in November. Is what it is. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. Help me out on my journey, growing this series and growing this channel. Appreciate that a ton. We'll see you in the next video. Got a hot streak to continue, so we'll see you next Monday.
My name is Judge.
Whose name is Judge?
My name is.
Whose name is Judge?
My name is
That's a silly name.
Judge.
Okay, that's enough.